Good day everybody, welcome to another video. As another academic year ends, students start asking me questions as they enter the workplace. I've often found that students worry too much about getting the job per se, instead of them being right for the job. So what I'm going to talk about in this video is a lesson that I've found many students come to me after they've applied for the job and wish that they'd known this beforehand. What is the most important lesson that you will learn as a graduate entering the workplace? And I'll put it to you in the format of a question. What value do you add or will you add to your prospective employer? This is a crucial question because the world of work is changing a lot. Since the pandemic, even more so. I want to encourage you that you've got to focus on adding value to yourself so that you can add value to your employer. Adding value is not easy, and I'm going to give you 4 reasons why this is the case. There are a few important realities that I want you to realize before you apply for a job. And once you understand these realities, you'll have a better understanding of why you need to create value for your employer. The first reality is you are replaceable. No one is irreplaceable. Your employer is doing you a favor, not the other way around. They are providing you with a salary. They are providing you with the opportunity to upskill, to improve your ability, your competencies, etc. So you need to ensure that you realize that anybody can come and take your job. The second reality is that the world is increasingly more competitive. You are not only competing against your fellow graduates, you are competing against graduates in your particular field of specialization all over the world. In fact, what the fourth industrial revolution brings to the fore is the fact that you are not necessarily only competing against those specialized in your field of study. As an economist or as a banker, you are competing with statisticians, mathematicians, physicists. So the pool of talent, the pool of employees that you are competing against is much bigger than what it was even 5 years ago. The third reality is an extremely important one that a lot of graduates seem to think that once they leave university, they don't have to do anymore. That is, you need to have a mindset of lifelong learning. You will never stop learning. You will be required to learn new skills. You'll be required to acquire new knowledge in new areas. So you cannot approach the workplace and enter a job thinking that you're never going to learn again. It's just not going to happen. And especially with the internet, especially with the way the world is moving, you are constantly in this environment that requires you to learn new knowledge, to apply new skill sets. The fourth important reality is that your qualification only opened the door to a particular job. It doesn't mean that you are going to be let in. You still need to go through the interview, you still need to go through all the psychometric tests, and they still need to place you. It also doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to have a fit in the organization. So don't think that having the qualification is the be all and end all. It's only the beginning. So if you understand that your value to an organization is more than merely having a certificate, and that you need to be in a mindset that you are acting like a sponge and learning as much as you can the whole time, then you are on the right road towards adding value to your organization. You don't want to be in a situation where if you don't add value, you become sidelined. You might even get to the point where you don't enjoy working for your employer anymore. And to make this even worse, you're going to come across many colleagues that don't necessarily have your best interests at heart. This is a harsh reality that many graduates learn the hard way. And I almost want to say you need to guard your heart in a certain way. You need to protect yourself and realize that many of your colleagues and many of your senior management, your boss, many of them have your interests at heart as long as it is aligned to the interests of the organization and their personal interests. So the trick here is that you need to align your values to that of an organization that has similar values. If there is no alignment in that regard, you will not be happy. Make no mistake, the work environment is tough. You're going to come across many people, many situations, that you never ever thought that you would be in. Research shows that you might switch jobs or careers even up to 5 times within your first 10-15 years of employment. So don't get fixed into this mindset that where you are right now is where you will be in 15 years' time. Use the opportunity to learn as much as what you can so that you can create an environment for yourself where you learn the skills, you acquire new knowledge, and that you are able to apply it in different contexts. So the important lesson here is, do you add value? And how do you define that value? I'm going to leave you with an important question that you need to ask yourself as you're busy climbing the corporate ladder. What value do you add, or will you add, to your prospective or current employer that no one else can add? I want to challenge you to be your authentic self. Don't be someone that you are not. Many people in your career are going to try and change you to fit their vision, to fit their idea of who they think you should be. Only when you are your authentic self can you fulfill your potential. That might take years. It took me many years to realize who I am. Be patient with the process, but be truthful to yourself. When you are your authentic self, you will be an inspiration to other people. People are drawn to authenticity. Don't settle for second best. I think it's important that you realize that you will not know everything. There will always be someone who knows more than you, someone who's better than you, someone who's faster than you. But the thing is, there can only be one you. Be authentic. Be a sponge the first 5-10 years of your life. Absorb as much information as you can. Exploit every opportunity you have to learn. Attend workshops. Attend training. Make sure that you take the information and you make it your own. And above all else, have conviction. Believe in who you are. The world out there is tough. You are going to get knocked down many times. People will disappoint you. Friends will disappoint you. Don't let this get you down. Believe in yourself and have conviction about that. As the expression goes, those who stand for nothing fall for anything. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, click the like button, click the subscribe button, and click the bell so that I can notify you when I drop my next video. I will see you next time.